Across the fractured world, an ancient energy stirs, a silent awakening beneath scarred lands. From deep dark ocean floor, luminous heart shards begin their slow, spectral ascent. They pulse with a soft, ethereal glow, piercing the abyssal gloom with nascent power. Through submerged ruins of forgotten cities, these mystic fragments drift upwards, seeking union on desolate, ash-cooked plains. Buried heart pieces tremble, then break free from the earth's grip. They rise like spectral embers, leaving miniature craters where they once lay dormant, now free. Within crumbling citadels, overgrown with strange flora, hidden shards hum with renewed vitality. They detach from ancient altars, their light illuminating forgotten carvings and dust-filled chambers. Each shard, a vessel of raw dimensional power, embarks on an unseen, predetermined journey. A collective, irresistible force guides them all towards a singular, profound convergence point now. This destination is the vast, gaping rift scar, a wound upon reality itself, from Season 1. The sky above the scar darkens, swirling with unnatural clouds, as if anticipating a grand event. Distant thunder rumbles, not from storm clouds, but from the very fabric of spacetime itself. The air grows heavy with ozone and raw magic, a potent cocktail of multiversal energies. First, the smaller fragments arrive, shimmering motes of light drawn into the rift's gravitational pull. They orbit the scar's edge, like eager moths, to a colossal, otherworldly flame, awaiting transformation. Larger heart pieces follow, their glows intensifying as they approach the pulsating vortex now forming. The rift scar itself begins to pulse, a deep, resonant thrum echoing across the desolate landscape. Energy arcs wildly between the converging shards, painting the twilight sky with vibrant, cosmic hues. A low, sustained hum emanates from the growing cluster, a harmonic chord of awakening power. The ground beneath trembles faintly, a sympathetic vibration to the immense forces now at play. Wind whips into a frenzied gale, carrying dust and debris in ever-tightening spirals towards the scar. The individual glows of the heart shards begin to merge, blurring into a singular, intense radiance. They accelerate, drawn inexorably into a colossal, storm-like vortex forming directly over the rift. This vortex is not of mere wind, but of pure, concentrated dimensional energy. A cosmic within its churning depths, the heart shards become streaks of light, weaving an intricate, luminous tapestry. They spin faster and faster, a blinding carousel of raw power, defying the laws of this reality. Colors shift and blend within the vortex. Emerald, sapphire, amethyst, all vibrant and alive. The sound intensifies to a high-pitched whine, a symphony of creation and impending transformation. From the chaotic swirl, a structure slowly begins to coalesce, defying the furious motion now. Invisible forces guide the incandescent fragments, shaping them with an otherworldly precision. They interlock, not with physical bonds, but with shimmering tendrils of pure, focused energy. The nascent form glows with an internal fire, pushing back against the encroaching darkness of the sky. A ring-like shape emerges, defined by brilliant crystal formations, each facet catching the light. These crystals are unlike any known material, refracting multiversal hues in dazzling displays. They pulse with an inner luminescence, as if breathing with the very essence of the dimensions. The ring expands slowly, majestically, hovering above the gaping maw of the original rifts. It is a halo of immense power, a crown forged from the shattered remnants of reality itself. This is the Rift Crown, a relic of unimaginable power, now rising from the depths of chaos. Its formation completes. The vortex calms, yet the crown retains its powerful, magnetic aura. It floats perfectly still, a silent sentinel, radiating an authority that transcends all known laws. The air crackles around it, charged with potential, awaiting the touch of a worthy, powerful will. Its light casts long, dancing shadows across the broken landscape, a beacon in the encroaching gloom. A low, resonant hum now vibrates from the crown itself, a call heard across vast distances. This call pierces the very fabric of existence, seeking out minds attuned to raw, cosmic power. Tiamat, resting within her storm-wreathed citadel, feels the sudden, insistent tug upon her consciousness. Her 5 heads lift in unison, eyes gleaming with an ancient, predatory intelligence. Sensing destiny, a thrill courses through her serpentine form, a recognition of profound, unbridled power now manifest. This sensation is unlike any she has known, a primal echo from the very core of creation. It feels like an ancestral right, a divine inheritance calling to her. The Queen of Dragons, she perceives the crown as her rightful throne, a symbol of ultimate dominion over all realms. Her massive wings unfurl, stirring ancient dust, a dark shadow spreading across the citadel walls. A deep, guttural growl rumbles from her throats, a declaration of intent, a claim on the power. She imagines its light illuminating her scales, enhancing her already formidable, multiversal might. The crown whispers promises of conquest, of absolute control over the interwoven realities now forming. Her eyes narrow with fierce determination, ready to seize this ultimate prize for her own empire. She tastes the power in the air, a metallic tempest of ozone and primordial magic, drawing her forth. This is not merely a prize. It is her destiny, a culmination of her ancient, unending ambition. Far across the desolate, volcanic plains, Titan Rex also perceives the crown's potent, psychic call. He stands amidst a field of scorched earth, his colossal form a silhouette against the smoldering horizon. A primal roar tears from his massive jaws, not of challenge, but of instinctive, raw recognition now. He senses it as the magnetic core, the epicenter of the chaotic storm that defines this fused world. This new artifact feels like the very heart of the turbulent realities, the nexus of all existence. It is the gravitational center, pulling everything towards it, including his own immense, physical being. He feels its raw power thrumming through the ground beneath his mighty feet, a resonant vibration. His reptilian eyes, usually focused on survival, now fixate on the distant, shimmering beacon with fierce intensity. The crown represents stability, a focal point in the ever-shifting, dangerous landscape around him. He perceives it not as a throne, but as the anchor, the very essence that holds these worlds together. A low growl vibrates deep within his chest, a primal urge to protect, to claim this vital core. His instincts scream at him to secure it, to prevent its power from falling into destructive hands. The ground trembles as he shifts his colossal weight, his powerful legs tensing for immediate action. He sniffs the air, tasting the volatile energies, an ancient predator drawn to the ultimate power source. Survival dictates his every move, and the crown now represents the key to enduring this multiversal chaos. Far beyond this fractured world, the Conclave's monitors flicker with alarming, unexpected data streams. Intricate holographic projections of the node now display a new, rapidly forming energy signature. Their advanced sensors register the crown's genesis, a phenomenon completely outside their calculations. The elder acolytes, ancient, wrinkled face pales, reflecting the ominous glow of the central monitor. It's forming without our input, a junior operative whispers, voice trembling with dawning dread. A chilling realization dawns upon the assembled conclave, a collective gasp echoing through the chamber. If a single will claims that crown, the elder acolyte rasps, his voice heavy with dire portent. They'll have node-level rift control, another acolyte finishes, horror etched upon their features. The implications are staggering, a single entity wielding absolute power over an entire multiversal node. Panic spreads like a contagion among the conclave, their carefully constructed plans unraveling swiftly. Their control protocols, designed to contain the node, are suddenly rendered obsolete by this new power. The crown represents an unpredictable variable, a force that could either stabilize or utterly destroy. They envision Tiamat or Rex, titans of immense power, wielding such a perilous, cosmic artifact. Such a scenario threatens to destabilize not just this node, but countless adjacent realities now. Urgent voices fill the chamber, debating desperate measures, their faces grim with growing fear. The conclave's primary objective shifts immediately: prevent anyone from claiming the Rift Crown, Tiamat, with the thunderous beat of her colossal wings, launches herself into the dark, stormy sky. Now her 5 heads articulate, scanning the horizon for her loyal, monstrous followers, assembling her forces. Draconic roars echo across the ravaged landscape, a summons to a brood, her army of darkness. Smaller, winged beasts emerge from shadowy crevices, their eyes reflecting their queeness of fierce ambition. They form a menacing escort, a living vanguard, as Tiamat soars towards the shimmering rift crown. Her path is direct, an arrow of intent aimed at the heart of the newly formed cosmic artifact. Beneath her, the land unfurls like a tattered map, scarred by battles and dimensional incursions. She flies with majestic speed, her powerful form a dark, imposing silhouette against the volatile sky. Every beat of her wings stirs the very air, sending ripples of raw, draconic power across the land. Her gaze remains fixed on the distant, luminous Reen, a beacon of ultimate, absolute control. She feels its pull, a siren song of dominion, calling to the conqueror within her ancient soul. Her followers, a swarm of lesser dragons and grotesque chimeras, trail behind her, eager for glory. They sense the immense power, a promise of expanded territory and unending, brutal conquest under her. Meanwhile, Titan Rex unleashes a deafening roar, shaking the very foundations of the broken earth. He charges forward, a living avalanche of muscle and scales, across the treacherous, volcanic terrain. Molten rock splashes and fissures crack under his immense, thundering footsteps, a path of destruction. Obstacles that would deter lesser beasts are simply obliterated by his relentless, unstoppable momentum. Jagged rock formations shatter into dust. Ancient ruins crumble further under his furious, primal force. He ignores the smaller rift spawn that scatter before him, their frantic squeals lost in his booming charge. His powerful tail carves a deep, smoking trench through the scorched earth, a testament to his might. His eyes, glowing with fierce, untamed energy, are locked onto the shimmering target in the distance. The crown's call resonates deep within his reptilian brain, a primal urge to reach and secure it. He is a force of nature, an embodiment of raw, untamed power, driven by instinct and survival. His path is marked by devastation, a testament to his single-minded pursuit of the node's true heart. Other foreign titans, drawn by the crown's undeniable allure, also stir from their temporary lairs. Some are colossal, multi-limbed horrors, their forms alien and grotesque against the dim, brooding sky. They lumber or slither across the fractured landscapes, their intentions unknown, yet clearly drawn. Rift spawn clusters, their hybridized bodies twitching with chaotic energy, also begin to converge. They move with an unnatural, skittering speed, their glowing eyes reflecting the crown's potent light. These lesser abominations are mere puppets, drawn by the raw power, seeking to bask in its emanations. The convergence zone around the rift scar becomes a swirling nexus of diverse, monstrous entities. Each creature driven by instinct or ambition seeks proximity to the newly formed cosmic artifact. The air thickens with a cacophony of roars, screeches, and the grinding of massive, moving bodies. A palpable tension hangs over the land, a prelude to the inevitable, brutal struggle for supremacy. The World Walker, cloaked in shadowed robes, observes these converging forces from a hidden vantage point. Their face, obscured by a hood, shows no emotion, only deep contemplation of the unfolding events. They witness the Conclave's panic transmissions, their desperate pleas to intervene, to control. The Conclave's insistence on containment, on predetermined outcomes, grates against the World Walker Esicor belief. This node, a crucible of colliding realities, deserves the autonomy to forge its own unique destiny. The World Walker believes in the raw, untamed potential of emergent realities, not sterile control. A subtle shift occurs in their posture, a quiet resolve settling deep within their mysterious being. They decide this node, this nexus of chaos and creation, must choose its own fate, unburdened by outside interference. Their hand moves, deliberately, towards the intricate connection device linking them to the Conclave. The device hums with alien energies, a conduit to the distant, controlling authority of their masters. With a firm, decisive motion, the Wardwalker brings their fist down upon the glowing console. A shower of sparks erupts, followed by a sickening crunch of alien technology giving way to force. The device shatters, its intricate components scattering across the chamber floor, now utterly useless. The connection to the conclave severs, instantly. A sudden, irreversible break in communication and control. A surge of relief, mixed with a hint of defiance, washes over the Worldwalker's enigmatic form. They are rogue now, an independent variable in the grand, multiversal equation, free from directives. Their loyalty now lies with the unfolding narrative of this node, with its raw, unpredictable future. The Worldwalker steps forward, emerging from the shadows, a silent observer of the impending climax. Their gaze, now unburdened by external mandates, falls upon the shimmering rift crown, a symbol of freedom. The stage is set, the players in motion, and the fate of this node now rests solely on its own choices. Tiamat, a dark, majestic silhouette, closes the distance to the convergence zone with relentless speed. Her 5 heads articulate, eyes fixed on the crown, hunger for ultimate power burning within them. Her draconic followers fill the volatile sky behind her, a living storm of scales and razor claws. The air vibrates with their collective roars, a symphony of conquest announcing their queen's arrival. Below, Titan Rex barrels across the shattered earth, a force of primordial, unstoppable destruction. His powerful legs churn the ground into dust, his immense mass creating shockwaves with every stride. He smashes through the last vestiges of ancient ruins, his path a testament to brute, raw power. His gaze, unwavering and fierce, locks onto the luminous crown, the nexus of this chaotic world. From opposite directions, the 2 colossal titans bear down upon the central rift scar, nearing their goal. The ground beneath the crown begins to vibrate intensely, a deep, resonant hum building in the air. The rift crown, sensing their imminent arrival, responds with a surge of raw, unfathomable energy now. Its crystalline structure pulses with an internal light, growing brighter, more intensely radiant. A low, ethereal hum emanates from its core, a sound that resonates not in the ears, but in the mind. Suddenly, a powerful psychic wave explodes outwards from the crown, washing over the entire landscape. This wave is unseen, yet profoundly felt, a tangible force that chills the very soul of all beings. It courses through Tiamat, a jolt of pure cosmic power, momentarily stunning her flight in midair. Her wings falter for an instant, her roars silenced by the sheer, overwhelming psychic assault. She feels an irresistible urge, a magnetic pull, drawing her closer to the shimmering, enticing artifact. The crown's will asserts itself, bending her ancient, formidable will to its own mysterious purpose. Simultaneously, the psychic wave slams into Titan Rex, halting his furious, ground-shaking charge. His colossal body stiffens, muscles locking, as the unseen force permeates his very being, slowing him. A guttural growl escapes him, a sound of struggle against the immense, external, mental pressure. He, too, feels the inescapable tug, an invisible tether pulling him relentlessly towards the crown's center. The crown's power compels him, overriding his primal instincts, drawing him into its sphere of influence. Both titans, despite their colossal power, are now mere pawns. Pulled by the crown's awakening will, they drift, or are dragged, closer to the central rifska, towards the hovering, luminous artifact. The air around the crown shimmers, distorting reality, as if preparing for a momentous, cosmic event. Suddenly, from the radiant core of the crown, ghostly images begin to manifest, ethereal and profound. These are not mere reflections, but projections of potential, visions of future dominion now appearing before Tiamat, as astonished eyes. A translucent, spectral crown forms around her central head. It is a crown of pure, shimmering light, perfectly shaped to her draconic, regal features, a divine aura. The spectral crown pulses, revealing intricate runes and symbols of cosmic, multiversal authority now. She sees herself enthroned, absolute ruler of the node, its energies bending to her every command. A vision of conquest, of worlds kneeling before her, flashes through her ancient, predatory mind. Her eyes widen with a mixture of awe and profound, undeniable recognition of this destined power. Simultaneously, before Titan Rex, a different, more primal version of the crown appears, manifesting. This spectral crown is savage, adorned with jagged teeth and raw, elemental energy, fitting his nature. It shimmers with the raw power of primordial earth and untamed storms, a crown of sheer, brutal force. He sees himself as the undisputed apex predator, the anchor of this unstable reality, its protector. A vision of stability, of the node contained and secure under his formidable, watchful might, now appears. A low, rumbling growl escapes him, a sound of fierce, instinctive acceptance of this ultimate role. Both titans glimpse their potential destinies, intertwined with the crown's immense, cosmic power. The spectral crowns flicker, almost solidifying around their colossal heads, a tantalizing promise. The psychic pull intensifies, drawing them even closer, their colossal forms nearing the rift scar's edge. Tiamat extends a claw, yearning to grasp the ethereal symbol of her destined, multiversal. Rex lowers his massive head, driven by an instinct to physically claim the stabilizing, powerful artifact. The air crackles with anticipation, a silent question hanging heavy in the charged, volatile atmosphere. Who will claim the crown? Whose will shall prevail in this ultimate, cosmic struggle for power? The ghostly crowns shimmer, their forms almost solid, reflecting the Titan's deepest desires and fears now. Tiamat's eyes burn with an unyielding ambition, seeing herself as the rightful, divine sovereign of all realms. Rex's gaze holds a fierce, protective resolve, recognizing the crown as the linchpin of this fragile reality. The psychic wave strengthens, binding them both to the crown, a silent, powerful, inescapable tether. Their colossal forms are now mere meters from the rift scar's edge, hovering precariously over the abyss. The crown pulses rhythmically, its light intensifying, casting long, dancing shadows across their faces. A low, resonant hum emanates from the artifact, a sound that vibrates through bone and soul alike. Tiamat lets out a strained growl, fighting against the crown's magnetic pull, yet drawn irresistibly closer. Her scaled body trembles with the effort, her immense power momentarily overwhelmed by the crown's will. Rex digs his massive claws into the scorched earth, attempting to anchor himself to resist the pull. But the ground cracks and crumbles beneath him, unable to withstand the crown's overwhelming, mystic force. Both titans are caught in an invisible current, flowing towards the luminous, ethereal artifact, now back. The rift scar beneath the crown begins to churn violently, its dimensional energies boiling with anticipation. Whispers of ancient power echo from its depths, a chorus of forgotten entities awakening to the crown's call. The air grows colder, charged with a palpable sense of impending doom and profound, cosmic change. Tiamat's draconic followers, caught in the psychic backwash, cower and screech, unable to approach closer. Their loyalty to their queen is absolute, yet the crown's power holds them at a respectful, terrified distance. The rift spawn clusters, driven by pure instinct, try to surge forward, but are repelled by an unseen barrier. They writhe and shriek at the invisible wall, frustrated by their inability to reach the source of power. The foreign titans, sensing the immense, overwhelming power, hesitate, wary of the crown's unknown effects. Their alien minds grapple with the implications, the potential for either ultimate power or utter annihilation. The Worldwalker, now fully emergent from the shadows, watches with an inscrutable, knowing expression. Their decision to sever ties with the Conclave feels vindicated, as the node asserts its own fierce will. They perceive the crown not as a weapon, but as a tesse crucible for the node's true, multiversal spirit. The ghostly images of the crowns intensify, shimmering with a brilliance that almost blinds the eye. Tiamat's spectral crown grows more defined, its crystalline facets gleaming with an inner, celestial fire. Rex's spectral crown solidifies further, its jagged edges radiating raw, untamed, elemental power now. The crown itself begins to descend slowly, majestically, towards the waiting, open rift scar below. Its descent is accompanied by a rising crescendo of sound, a deep, harmonic, multiversal symphony. As it nears the rift, the energies within the scar surge, reaching out like grasping, ethereal tendrils. The entire landscape around the convergence zone begins to warp and distort under the immense pressure. Skies above split with crackling energy, revealing glimpses of other, alien dimensions through the tiers. The ground itself groans, tearing open in new fissures, revealing glowing, molten veins beneath the surface. Tiamat and Rex are now almost directly above the rift scar, suspended by the crown's undeniable power. Their colossal bodies are bathed in the crown's radiant glow, illuminating every scale, every muscle fiber. Their eyes, wide with a mixture of awe and fierce determination, stare directly at the descending artifact. They are close enough to feel the heat radiating from its crystalline facets, the hum of its raw power. The psychic pool becomes almost unbearable, an overwhelming force attempting to merge their wills with its own. Tiamat lets out a guttural scream, a sound of both agony and defiance, resisting complete submission. Rex roars, a primal challenge against the crown's mental assault, his spirit refusing to break. The ghostly crowns around them pulse in sync with their struggles, reflecting their inner turmoil now. The rift crown hovers just above the churning rift scar, its light casting a blinding ethereal sheen. Its power reaches a crescendo, a peak of raw, untamed, multiversal energy, now unleashed upon the node. A final, immense psychic wave erupts from the crown, slamming into Tiamat and Rex with devastating force. This wave is an unmaking, a reshaping, a profound alteration of their very perception of reality itself. For a fleeting, terrifying moment, their individual identities begin to blur, dissolving into pure energy. Their memories, their ambitions, their primal instincts, all merge into a singular, cosmic consciousness. The ghostly crowns around their heads become vivid, almost real, shimmering with an impossible clarity. Tiamat sees her crown, now adorned with the teeth of colossal predators, a fusion of her desires. Rex sees his crown, now glowing with elemental magic, a fusion of his will and the node's power. The visions are intertwined, paradoxical, showing both of them wearing versions of the same ultimate prize. Are these separate destinies, or a single, shared fate, woven by the crown's mysterious, potent will? The psychic feedback is overwhelming, a sensory overload that threatens to shatter their very minds. Their colossal bodies convulse, caught in the crown's powerful, inescapable, multiversal embrace. The rift scar beneath them flares with blinding light, responding to the crown's ultimate activation now. Dimensional energies surge upwards, engulfing both titans in a swirling vortex of raw, cosmic power. The world holds its breath, waiting for the outcome of this profound, unprecedented cosmic event. Now, will one emerge victorious, wielding the crown's absolute power to shape realities to their will alone, or will both be consumed, their colossal forms becoming mere components of the crown's awakening force? The World Walker watches, a silent, knowing observer, understanding the profound shift now occurring. The node has chosen its path, a path forged by collision and the awakening of ultimate raw power. The light from the crown intensifies further, becoming an unbearable, pure white, consuming all vision. A final, deafening roar tears through the air, a sound of both triumph and profound, agonizing transformation. Then, silence. A heavy, pregnant silence descends upon the ravaged, warped landscape around the crown. The light slowly recedes, revealing the rift scar, still churning, but now strangely calm, yet powerful. The rift crown hovers, still and majestic, its crystalline facets gleaming with newfound, potent energy. But Tiamat and Rex are gone, vanished from the convergence zone, absorbed by the crown's activation. Only swirling motes of their residual energy remain, dancing around the crown, silent witnesses. The World Walker takes a single, slow step forward, their gaze fixed on the powerful, enigmatic artifact. The node is transformed, reborn by the crown, its fate now irrevocably altered by this cosmic event. The silence is broken only by the faint, rhythmic hum of the crown, now truly awakened and aware. Its light casts an eerie glow upon the Worldwalker's face, revealing a hint of solemn satisfaction. The Conclave's monitors flicker wildly, displaying catastrophic energy spikes and an unknown signature. Their worst fears are realized. The crown has been activated, its power now fully unleashed upon the node. But who wields it? What entity now controls the ultimate prize of multiversal rift control itself? A chilling question hangs in the void, echoing across dimensions, demanding an immediate, terrifying answer. The fate of countless realities now hinges on the identity of the crown's mysterious new master. The Worldwalker, now alone at the rift scar, senses a profound, unsettling shift in the node's very essence. The crown pulses once more, a final, powerful thrum that reverberates through the fabric of all existence. Its light flares, briefly revealing spectral images of both Tiamat and Rex, their forms fused into one.